Hello, everybody. We're back. It's another episode. New day, full of excitement and wonder, and
120 something.
some 20 something. Yes, just a lot of adventure and excitement and mystery and murder. Get ready.
Mystery and murder.
Mystery and murder.
That's up my alley.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, welcome back to the Not With That Attitude podcast, where today I'm going to share a little story
All right.
about, well, let's see. Okay, so little context. So my uncle, who lives out in Ohio, I think I've probably told y'all before, but for the audience, he's a senior detective out in Ohio. They're currently working on a case of a woman that was murdered like late October, early November last year, who was just fully dismembered. At the time, all they found was her torso. The only thing that remained was her torso. It was some pretty grisly stuff. But then I think fast forward, I think was it January? I think they finally found her head. Um, and so going off of that, and no, I think at the time, um, there weren't any like obvious like identifying features on her, like no obvious scars or tattoos, just nothing on what remained on her of her body. Um, but from what little they did, so they what they did, they no put out notices like on Facebook and other social media. It's like, hey, we found no body of a young woman, this so age range. If like anybody comes to mind, maybe any friends and loved ones who haven't heard from in a while, can come forward. And no, here's like kind of general description of what we got of the body. And then finally, I think someone called in. I think it was a friend of the woman who knew the family, and then she ended up calling the victim's sister, who then was able to officially confirm the woman's identity. What's her full name? It's like something Lucky. Okay, so the woman was found in a Fairmount, November. Michaela Lucky. Yeah, 24-year-old woman, Michaela Lucky, and in Cincinnati, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Of course it's Cincy.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Yeah, known to frequent the West End. Let's see. Someone saw something on Facebook. Person forwarded a family member. Yeah. So that person forwarded a family member of Lucky's who helped identify her. Said that the person was Lucky's sister and used Facebook photos for further identification. So I think you won't find it in any of the news articles, but my dad was telling me about it like earlier today, and then like maybe like a few days ago. But yeah, my uncle is like one of the lead detectives working on this case, trying to find out who murdered this poor woman. I think, because I think so from what they found so far is that they think she was homeless, because I think they did find out she frequented one of the shelters in the area, um, and just her like general no. I think actually they I think they did finding some more of her body parts. So like found her. I think they mentioned her feet in particular, that they looked like really left. So obviously like she'd been walking everywhere. So that would make sense if she was living on the street and homeless, walking everywhere. But
Mhm.
but yeah, so they have like a general like area of where she frequented, and they're looking at this one house in particular in the area where they found out like it's the what are the family there. I think it's a father and his two sons, but they're excuse me, they're known to be frequent hunters. And the reason why that's of import, so when they further examine the body, they noticed that like whoever had dismembered it knew what they were doing. It wasn't just like just randomly chopping up whatever and then just discarding limbs and scattering everywhere. Someone like actually knew how to properly like dress a body, so to
Ah,
speak.
so it's like field dressed. Cool.
Right? Yeah, feels right. Yeah. Yep. So that's what led them to suspect as like, there's a family of hunters in there in that area, in that same area where she happened to go missing and her body was recovered. So now they're investigating that. They don't have any hard evidence yet, but they're checking all avenues. And it was just yeah, no, it's a big thing over there right now.
Yeah, that would be a
hmm
thing.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just kind of a surreal thing when your your own uncle is a lead investigator for a case of this magnitude.
Mm.
That's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a hi, I like true crime. So I have to clarify that it's not that I think this is like fascinating in a ooh kind of way, but in a like oh kind of way.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because let me see here. So Lucky's torso was discovered on November 5th, and 2 months later, as Cincinnati police and FBI agents were conducting a search of the surrounding area, discovered more remains. Announced that her head, yeah. So Samarco announced that her head had been found, but didn't specify if any other body parts were located. Her head
Those
was
are the
found
only
in
two
a
parts that I can find any info on
yeah.
so
But
far.
I mean, they must have at least found her legs and feet because I mean, I heard from my dad literally earlier today. I was like, hey, they were able to check the
Yeah.
condition of her feet, and
Ah.
They
no,
might not have just put
I
that
just
out
did,
on the
yeah,
news yet
just fully announced it, yeah.
because
Uh,
that's the latest news article I could find was from April 4th.
mm-hmm,
So more than likely they're trying to keep some of that close to the chest.
mm-hmm. But oh yeah, but I think another thing that helped them identify her because they were well, the body had no decomposed a bit. It was no not too far gone where they could tell that she had no had a child at least within the past few years.
Mhm.
And so of course then no finally no being able to know with the friend, no getting in touch with the sister being able to confirm no the identity of the body, anything like that. They able to track down her son. I think who was like probably I think he's still on the younger side. I think he's like younger than around 5 or 6. I don't know, but living with the father. But and my dad was like telling me that like I think he like the father like technically still doesn't really have custody because like initially it was just like okay no he would know she would know drop him off on the weekends. Then eventually that became no from no, it's like Saturday, Sunday, then went from like Saturday to Monday, Saturday to Tuesday, and then eventually she just never came
Disappeared.
back. Right, just disappeared.
So it was shared custody and then it turned into full custody apparently.
Mm-hmm, yeah, right. But but yeah, because like, but I think the main reason this kind of like, uh, I think there was like, because I think there was like a good like span of time where I mean, just like her family, her aunts, her parents, aunts, uncles, just didn't really report it because she was apparently estranged from them for a while. I know there was some domestic drama going on there, but yeah, like that was the main reason why like just no one really reported her missing for a long time because he was just estranged, and I think she didn't have any like proper no ID on her, no cell phone, nothing.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, it's a whole thing.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh. Mm.
And you don't hear a lot about like field dressed bodies. They don't happen super duper often from what I understand.
Hmm.
So that's interesting.
But yeah, no, it was a little funny because my dad was telling me is like so our my grandmother, his mother, or their mother, is like just constantly on him and is like, I got any new information, just
Oh my
constantly
god.
new details.
Come on. You can't ask.
Because she loves to talk.
Yeah.
She loves the gossip.
I get it. I do get it. But at the same time, you
It's
can't
like
talk about open cases like that.
it's like it's like Mama, I get it, but cool it. It's like let my uncle do his job.
But I would be really interested to meet him and be like, so, what's it like? Because I am that kind of person.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I could never do the job, but I am very
Oh hell no.
interested.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah. No.
super interested in like how that whole field works. I know it's not super great. They don't get enough help and benefits at all
Yep.
for the shit that they go through
Yeah.
by a mile. But it's very interesting to me and very it's not
Yeah, the police force in general across the country is in a really no rough spot right now because like between like obviously not getting no enough no support and compensation for what they do, but then you have
mhm.
no whether they just be corrupt officers or just overall just very poorly trained officers, or just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
officers taking advantage of the position, not being held accountable, and things like that.
Yep.
It's just
Yeah.
like all those things coming together just make it just like a really, really shitty profession.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And then you definitely need more mental health help with the
Hmm.
officers that they do have.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's talked about enough,
Yeah. No, for sure.
especially with the amount of things that they see and deal with and take home. uh, there's a lot of things that could be reformed. I don't feel like I hate, like, I understand the whole movement where they were like defund the police. I understand where they're coming from,
Right, but that's not
and I
the
feel
answer.
like it's not the answer. I feel like it should have been phrased more as like reform rather than defund, because there are certain things that need to be like, you can't just like reallocate, reform.
Yeah. Reform, like just retrain, hold them to a higher standard, hold them accountable, all that
Right.
jazz. Yeah.
Basically.
Just like we need to do with
Mhm.
everything
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
holds some sort of power
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause
needs a balance.
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm trying to think like of the like major
Yep.
I guess like whether it be like excuse me emergency service kind of group of progressions. I feel like the last
Yep.
relative like decent bastion we have is probably firefighters.
Right.
Well, I feel like it's the only one you don't hear a lot of shit going on with.
Right.
Not typically,
The
no.
firefighters
Yeah.
usually are just like they're just kind of there. They're not they're
Yeah,
mostly
right.
trauma free a lot of the time.
Just
But their schedules are just as shitty, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they also don't have enough people that join the force to help with their stuff because they take volunteers instead.
Yeah, a lot of their stuff is volunteer work, so it's like they don't really get enough people sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, I can see that, but like also at the same time, I feel like,
Yeah.
Their schedules are
yeah, man,
shitty.
I know, no, because like I know it can differ depending on where you live, but I feel like just in general throughout the U.S., you just don't really
Yep.
hear about major fires all that often anymore. Like,
No.
especially with how I think at least I feel like how good I feel like fire prevention is pretty good now because they got fucking just whether it be no sprinkler systems or just having no fire extinguishers everywhere. I
Yeah.
feel like fire prevention is like pretty good for the most part. I feel I don't know.
We've had some major fires in not my area, but like further south.
Mm-hmm.
But they definitely are fewer and further between.
Right. You only ever hear about the ones where the fucking dumbass no couples in their gender reveal parties.
Oh my god.
Gone wrong.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's a boy! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Right.
The whole forest on
Yeah,
fire.
just light fire to the entirety of California, just about.
They forgot what Smokey the Bear tried to teach them when they were kids.
Mhm.
It's fine.
Well, I mean, and soon enough, if they keep it up, then there won't be any bears in California anyway to teach them.
You're right.
They'll all be extinct because of the forest fires.
I mean, they're already halfway there. It's fine.
Yep.
Yes, our greatest fire starters, just idiot couples, gender reveal couples, and fucking fire starting birds in Australia.
Yeah. So what we got to do is we need to like import a colony of apes to live in the California redwoods and give them machetes and the ability to start fires.
So what you're saying is we need to start Planet of
We
the
need to
Apes.
set things in motion, you know.
Yeah, right. We need to get this ball rolling.
Yeah, it's really important.
It is time.
Yeah, it's a canon event.
Oh, see, I see. I don't think we have the science there yet, but we can work on it.
Come on, get that Alzheimer's cure going so we can have
Yep.
Oh
Have
my
a
God.
mutate and strip us of our intelligence and no reset everything, please.
Yep.
I mean, I would love for my brain to be better than it is.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Really the dream.
but actually, you know what? Speaking of plenty, because I was thinking about this the other day. So I'm like, so I think so with the movie around the corner here, I'm kind of like having like some theories or like a theory or two pop into my head. So I'm like,
Okay.
so from what we know from the trailers, you have Proximus Caesar,
Yep.
who like he's clearly very intelligent and wants to know more about human technology and their history and how they try. I assume he's trying to amass more power for himself
Yeah.
to conquer new lands. That's why the like, say biggest assumption there. That
Mhm.
but then you also have the random human girl who's apparently smarter,
Right.
right, than the other human. So I'm wondering if he wants to use her to help him interpret the human technology,
Yeah.
or if it's just going to be like that classic situation where it's like, oh no, can't get rid of the smart human. We don't want them to bounce back and then take over the world again.
Yeah. I feel like
That
it'd
whole
be the former, like at that point, possibly. But it's also just in general, because since like so far in the trailer, it seems like his thing has been like, of course, dominating. So
right.
it feels like it could be either really. Like
Hmm.
either he does want to use her, or he just really doesn't care and he just simply doesn't want a smart human that could turn things around.
Right.
Especially like because like this whole like clip they had of them on the cliff. So he was trying to kill them both. It seems so.
Oh, okay. Okay, I must have missed that.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, because like it was like it's like he said something like you two you will die together, and then they were like there's a little clip of them like on a cliff together, like Noah having to like she was like on his back and he was trying to climb up the cliff, like in the like
Right.
storm.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's either because it could just very well be that he's trying to get rid of a threat to his advancement.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
behind on all of this. I can't make any comments. We watched the movies and I did not catch up on the trailers. I am sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's why we're here to keep you up to date on the ape lore.
Right.
I see, I see. So it is. So it's the little girl from the last movie.
No,
No.
This is 300 years in the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's I know there was mentioned so this chimp tribe that Noah's from is completely unrelated to Caesar whatsoever.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, yep. So yeah,
He's not. So he's not a descendant of Caesar.
no, he's not apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Supposedly he's supposed to be completely unrelated to Caesar in any capacity. It's focused on his like small little tribe, which I think is like crap. What was it called? It's like the Eagle Clan or something because they're known for taming eagles.
Oh, well, the first trailer makes sense.
Right. When they had eagles. It's like, I think they were like a small coastal
Well, there you
tribe of
go.
some sort.
Very on the nose there.
Yeah.
Like they can't be too creative.
Yeah.
They gotta make it
Okay.
simple for the rest of us who are dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but I like that though. I actually really like that's not just like, okay, here we go, fucking direct. Again, it was the same trope has been used countless other times. It's like, oh, the direct descendant of so and so. It's like,
Right.
or a second coming of them. It's like, okay, we've done this shit before.
Right,
Okay.
we've gotten that. So
Okay, no.
like like people, it could be like a lot of people are like, oh well, but he looks like Caesar. Well, also like they probably like reused a lot of models too. That's why we have that's why we have that one that looks like Rocket, or again he's just
Yeah, right.
So.
It's like, why is Rocket here?
Yeah,
This
right.
is he's like,
No,
he's
Rocket's
immortal.
Yeah, Rocket never dies. But no, yeah, because like basically it's just reused models is what it is.
Yeah, you gotta cut down on costs.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and also just looking at real life apes. I mean, just how much different do they really
Right.
look? From
Like how much difference is there truly in real life apes a lot of the time? Like
right.
they've already done like a very good job already of
Yeah.
having like very distinct apes, but like they don't. In my opinion, they really don't need to go that far.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and a little interesting thing. So apparently, came up in a more recent trailer. Is that orangutan Raka?
Yes.
So apparently, I guess from what it appears to be, with the clips we've gotten in all the trailers and stuff, it seems to be he's part of like some like peace group that kind of like rescues humans. So my interesting thing is, I'm wondering where if it maybe I don't know where it could have come from, but it very clearly had influence from, the original tribe, like Caesar's, group, because in the clip they had, it was Raka said, "We will name her Nova. We name them all Nova."
We named them all Nova.
Yeah. So I'm like,
So, like a throwback
yeah,
to the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's the thing. It's like they clearly passed down generationally somehow, or at least culturally, it spread.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Especially considering Maurice was also the orangutan and all the token orangutan of the series.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So like, I'm wondering
The
if
best
Raka,
one.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if Raka obviously has some connection to Maurice, or like again, it could just be that they simply know of Maurice, and they used his influence.
No, his influence in his teachings. Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how they do that and why they have that little thing with their rescue
tie-in.
Yeah, of we named them all Nova. But yeah, I'll grab you that like trailer like after this to show
Okay.
because it was pretty interesting. Yeah.
I just need to see all of them.
We'll just go in May, MZ.
Okay.
We'll go check out the movie in May. It'll be like the second to last day here anyway, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it is.
Again?
Yeah, it's the 11th. I leave
Okay.
on the 11th.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll go Friday. We'll go see Apes Friday. keep you updated.
Yes. Teach me all the things.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, so
This
that's
is the job of my friends.
Yeah, so that's something I appreciate. That was definitely the fact that they're not like really forcing all the connections to the old, stuff.
Right. Because like me, yeah, sure, you got your references that are there, but it's definitely like just like okay, let's just do our own just unique story here. We're have some fun with it.
Right. Let's see.
Hmm?
Oh, here we go. Yeah. It is called the Eagle Clan. So, and
Okay.
obviously that's why they have the eagles. So that's really interesting. And, apparently there's supposed to be so it's like that's kind of what I like too is they're expanding the universe now more.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, because definitely with the God, the fucking original films are so fucking weird.
Right.
Yeah, those are the ones that I saw clips of when I was a child because that's what my dad watched.
Yeah.
That was my introduction.
Yeah, because like from the second one on, it just got so fucking wild. Because like by the last one, it's just like just legit. I think I can't remember if they were aliens or like
Oh yeah, there's like the mutants or whatever. Yeah.
Or mutants, like human mutants that like survived underground for like all these years or some shit.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
they had like a leftover like world-ending weapon at their disposal.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it was like basically like some kind of mutants or something that happened. Like.
Right.
Because why not?
It's
Right.
so fucking weird.
Apparently there's a theory going around that they find technology and like or something about like the smart human being like a I guess catalyst for the mutants or something. I'm like, oh gosh, please don't tie into those old movies.
Yeah, right.
just
We don't need it.
Is.
But like but all I can remember from the last of like the OG films.
Yeah.
It was like because I think it was still the main guy.
Okay.
And he had the primitive. He still had his primitive woman with him, the original Nova, and like he was like fighting the mutant guys, like trying to stop them from using the weapon or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But during the altercation, Nova gets shot and killed. So of course, like that fucking breaks him. He's like no, and he just like in his despair, he hits the switch and is like the screen goes black. And on that day, the Earth died. Roll credits. That was it.
Right.
Well, yeah, because he destroyed everything.
Like,
That's
okay.
That's what you do.
That's how we're wrapping this up, I guess.
Right. So,
They probably lost funding at some point, and that's just what they did.
Yeah. So I peeked at this. Apparently, Proxima Caesar is a bonobo, and not a chimpanzee.
Yes, I did know that.
Like,
I did know that. Yeah.
A bonobo.
Yeah,
it's
he's a
basically
bonobo.
like it's basically like a chimpanzee. Like kind of.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know what a
chimp.
bonobo is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
this is a
same as
chimp.
Koba.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like but yeah, it's needless to say, we got a lot of stuff setting up.
Hmm. Yeah, so if
It'd be
they
interesting.
see now, I'm wondering where they could go if they continue, if they keep making movies beyond this.
Yep.
Because let's say I mean they're more likely going to defeat Proxima Caesar, and then
Yeah. Eventually.
I guess Caesar / not Caesar and his
Right.
Please, Caesar / not Caesar.
uh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
along with New Age, slightly more intelligent Nova.
Yeah.
I know maybe going on and learning more about the leftovers of human society and things like that.
Right.
Hmm But as far as like potential future threats, I'm just like I don't know where that could possibly come from unless
Right, unless it's just more ape on ape violence, but
right unless they or some by some miracle there's like a group of humans that have lived underground for the past 300 years and were avoided the virus. I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't put it
Oh,
past humans.
you know what? Damn it. There was
Yeah.
because there was I think it was back in Rise. I remember there was like a newspaper article during what I think it was yes yeah so it was right after all the apes escaped the shelter and the zoos and everything,
Okay.
and they're swinging through the neighborhood and you see all the leaves falling down on everybody.
Yep.
And the kids throw the newspaper. Because if you remember, like newspaper, you see when newspapers land and opens up, and you see like a article about explorers lost in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I part of me wants them to go to angle, but at the same time, no. But
Right.
it's like, oh, the astronauts that got supposedly lost in space, they made the way back, and they come back 300 years later. And it's like the planet has been humanity's almost gone. It's been ruled by apes, and I'm wondering. I was like, oh, here we go.
Right, imagine.
Yeah, right. Bring us back to the whole Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes.
Right. Just circle it all back around.
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness.
It's like I want it, but at the same time I don't want it. I don't know.
Like it'd be interesting to see that reference, but at the same time, I think I feel like this Planet of the Apes installment really just needs to say its own thing. Honestly, like it's done such a good job already. So I feel like if they really tried too hard, then it could really ruin a lot of it, in my opinion.
Yeah, because this is like by far like the most grounded like it's ever been, and like it's really done wonders for it.
Yeah, like it's like it just like spiked in popularity since Rise. Released stuff. It's just like so. I just really hope they kind of keep it to what it is, and make sure it's its own individual thing.
It's done really well with telling a story that people can follow even if they're not super duper into like the OGs or know anything about
like
literally anything.
The only things you would need to know from the OGs really is just like those small references they toss throughout the movies so far, the newer one. And it's like it's not necessarily important. It's just simply there for if you were to want to know or care that much,
Right, or if you're an older fan, things like that.
Yeah.
But no, I want my time travel. I want them to fuck up the time stream, so that we get Abraham Lincoln.
Oh God,
Abraham Lincoln.
Sorry, legitimately, that was it. The end of the Mark Wahlberg one.
Right, like they literally
had
Lincoln.
Because he crashes in Washington D.C. It's like just perfect, like set up like monument everything. But he goes to the Lincoln Memorial and it's fucking ape version.
Yep.
Oh
it was a wild ride to say the least.
No, I don't like that. No.
Where he fucking kissed the monkey woman.
Yeah, right.
I was like, oh god.
Yeah, that was those them trying a little too hard to play with what the guy did in the first movie, because he did end up kissing the
yeah, I saw that
the wife, the wife of the couple apes that helped him.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was a thing that I did see and was very confused about and did not like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it was that maybe not charming, but it was definitely just a little goofy fun. It's just like, I would like to kiss you goodbye. It's like, well, okay, but you're just so damn ugly, and I feel like it made it just like humorous enough for just like, okay, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, right.
It's like it's just there for shits and giggles.
Right. It was just something else to say the least.
I just remember child me seeing the original and was like, "You?
Yeah.
No, thank you."
Yeah.
The lips do not match. They do not fit.
Bad details. It's fine.
Right. It's all right.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh, yeah. So
It's me.
they
I worry
definitely-
about everything.
Yeah, they definitely should keep this series distinct though to itself. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
All like just they've been doing so well themselves. May as well not like undermine it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, now I'm expecting like a fucking like
Uh,
Koba cult to have like survived.
right.
It's like while they're traveling, they come across like a hidden sect of no apes that like just worship Koba and what he stood for.
Right. I mean, it would make sense, because
Right?
like it's not like they just slaughtered all the apes who followed Koba at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Chances are they probably got out there and started spreading word and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And
I can totally see that.
And I'm mostly curious to see how they do with when in terms of like the influence of like Caesar and like the rest of his clan, like how that like came down into a society of the kingdom. How
Right.
it evolved and like how it was twisted, but also just whether that any of it was kept too.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like surely there's apes out there who still follow strongly to his teachings.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like I need it
Right.
soon.
Very soon.
Yep, basically.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
no, see, my mind's going to like, okay, so let's say like they figure a way out to like open communications to like other continents and find no ape tribes out there across the sea,
Yeah.
and I want them just like the last 2 minutes of the movie, like they're on the beach and they like somehow manage to like contact someone out at sea, and you see something like coming in like over the horizon.
Oh, no.
and it's a bunch of apes riding killer whales.
I mean, they're already taming eagles. Like, may as well.
Yeah, right.
Until the eagles are as big as the ones in Lord of the Rings, I'm not interested.
Just ride it into fucking killer whales and
Exactly.
dolphins and shit.
Yeah.
Cross over to Africa, they've tamed elephants, rhinos, hippos.
Right. Go back.
There
to
you go.
Go back to the war elephant days of like old movies.
Right, they got their fucking attack lions.
Right.
Doesn't even need to be old movies, just history.
Like they go into India, they like finally like somehow they brought back fucking Gigantopithecus.
Yeah. I am here for that. I will go for that. I will watch that.
Yeah.
The fanfic is flowing. Gotta write this down.
Right.
It's the ferret world all over again.
Yep. Oh, this is the crossover we need. Here we go. Perfect.
Right.
Battle ferrets versus
The
apes.
apes go to war with the ferret people.
Oh god. Didn't know I
man.
needed this in my life.
Yeah,
Nah.
make it like as brutal as like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, right. And for some reason, MZ gets isekai'd into the middle of all this.
Right.
Oh god. Is that how it doesn't immediately end up dead? Question mark?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you'll be the only human. You'll be like a treasured commodity.
That or immediately murdered on in as soon as I get summoned in.
The apes use like poop bombs. They like throw a thing of turd, it just blows up on impact.
It's like, oh, strange. This always worked in that Monster Hunter thing that the humans always dabbled in.
Right. The apes learn to play video games.
I mean,
Super chimp bros.
it's right there, guys.
Like,
Right.
ooh, ee, ah, ooh, ee, ah.
All right, Hollywood, get on it. We gave you your out. Go on.
You're giving this to you for free. Let's
yeah,
go.
like you don't have to pay us royalties or anything. Just like do it. We are literally offering you free, like top tier movie making advice right here. That being said, we've reached our mark, so
Oh, fucking hell. All right. Well, anyway, this has been another episode of the Not With That Attitude podcast. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and we will see you in the next one.
Farewell,
Bye
everybody.
bye.
Bye.